Back in the garage making another project. This time it's the jewelry box for Jianna. Now Jianna is 6, and I don't really think she has much jewelry besides some bubblegum type stuff, or maybe something her mother might have given her, who knows. So being 6, I thought to myself I would make a more simpler type box for her. So as I show you, the idea came to me. See, I don't really, sometimes I draw it out and sometimes I just sort of see it in my head and start cutting wood out. But so what I did was I made 2 boxes like I did with the 2 oldest daughters, or granddaughters, jewelry boxes. How I had, theirs were stacked 3 high, and it was more of a rectangle shape. But this time I thought to myself, what would it be like if I just made a single layer, and they pulled out like this, and of course there'd be a separator piece in between them. So I kind of started doing that, just made the 2 little boxes. They don't even have the bottoms on them yet, just the outside pieces. Made the bottom of the actual box and a top. None of this has been sanded, this is all still rough cut. And then I cut off a piece of wood for the side, which I left this overhang because I was wondering if I wanted to actually cut out a shape like that, or I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but anyway. And there's the piece for the other side. Again, very rough cut. Obviously I've got plenty of overhang over here that still has to be cut off, but I always leave myself extra in case I've made a mistake so I can fix it. So that's why it looks like that right there. So I got this far, and then I'm trying to think about what I wanted to do on top. I don't have the back on yet, and I may end up doing a back that kind of is taller, so I can put her name across there. So that's kind of where I'm headed with this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but it's getting there. And I may even put a different kind of a knob on these ones, who knows. But so this is what I do. It's about I think it's after 7 o'clock at night. It's Friday. I believe it's August 14th. I was supposed to go to work tonight at 6:30 at the hospital, and they called me off at 6 o'clock. Not good for paying bills, that's for sure. And of course I started to stress about that right away. But then I'm watching YouTube, and I see people that are establishing GoFundMe accounts because they've lost their homes. And then I kind of got a reality check on myself. I have a home. I've been able thus far to pay my bills. I went to the part in life where other people now are going, of having lost my job. That caused me quite a bit of anxiety, but I did go find another job, even though it's half the pay the other job was. I was still pretty excited that I did find a job, and I really believed that it was God leading me to this job, that it's just someplace I'm meant to be. Sadly, though, every time you get like a foot forward, there's always the darkness that waits to pull you back from your victory celebration. And in this case, because the hospital has no patients registered at this time, what they do is call people off. I was called off once already, and I had paid time off accrued to pay for the shift, for the majority of my shift that I lost. This time, though, I don't have any paid time off, so it's a loss of an entire day's pay, a 12-hour shift. That's a tough one to swallow when you only get 3 shifts a week. So it just means pull the belt tighter. It means be more positive that better things are around the corner, and not to succumb to the negativity that creeps up and says, oh, you took this job. God wants you to have this job, huh? Where's God now that they're calling you off? So you go through those kinds of things, and you just have to persevere. And I feel kind of a calmness about the whole thing, and I always feel that calmness when I think that God's grace is sustaining me through all these things. That I know everything will be okay. So what I did was, instead of panicking, I come to the garage and I start working on my granddaughter's box. And I know she'll love it when I get it done. I still have one One I got to make for Julie, and I don't know what the boys are going to get yet, because I'm sure they're going to want something. But it's these projects that I work on that give me peace of mind. They keep my hands busy, my mind busy, and it makes me get through yet another day. So yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are suffering hard times, and I feel for each and every one of them. And all I can say is that I hope that you find your way through these dark times, and that you and your families will find your way to a better place in your life. So for those of you who know who I'm talking about, there's a few people out there in this bush crafting community that need some prayers tonight. I'm thinking specifically of Josh and Corey, and that's all I'll mention them by. If you know them, you know who I'm talking about. They've both had some life-altering changes, and could certainly use prayers at this time. As for me, I'm doing fine, and I'm going to continue to do fine. So thanks for watching, and try your hand at doing some kind of crafts when you feel stressed out. I find it soothing. Maybe you will too.